Late night right flight, late night flight. I hear we gon' feel that beat, and we gon' ride the boogie, share that beat. Yo, Michael been with me all night. Y'all don't really. Michael Jackson is my spirit guide, y'all, for real. Michael was like, how did I get Michael Jackson as my spirit guide? Okay, so y'all really want to know? Now, every story I tell is up to you to believe, okay? It's up to you to believe. Now I got something stuck in my teeth. I mean, sunflower seeds. And my teeth been hurting. So I already took my 800 milligrams of ibuprofen. So I came early because I'm very excited. I got some head. I found I found some of these. So I'm gonna be plugged in tonight. I'm gonna astral project tonight, baby. I'm gonna be projecting. I got my family reunion shirt that I don't really get to wear. Um, yeah, this is very strong family, Lathan family reunion. Uh, I was told like there's not that many Lathans, so like Sanan Lathan, because they from East Texas also. We kind of related, but that's far down the line though. But I'm not one of those people be like, yo, I'm related to, because I can tell you who another Lathan I'm related to, and I really don't really talk about it. I'm related to Van Lathan, highly close related to Van Lathan. Who is Van Lathan? Van Lathan is the person that actually he you see Van Lathan a lot. Van actually that's funny, like how you can have one of these Lathan family reunions and you can say our family member has an Oscar. That motherfucker don't come to the family reunion. So, and really, to be honest with you, when I know that when I know what's about to happen, and I know that me and Van gonna come back and cross paths, I'm really gonna get on them about that because with your ancestors, um, you have to represent them. You have to represent them for them to continue on in spirit. And really, to be honest with you, his grandmother, because this is how I'm really, really close to Van Lathan. Okay? And let's go back. Van Lathan is a Oscar winner. Van Lathan was on TMZ for a very long time. He was the one that called out Kanye. That is my cousin. Y'all can't tell the difference. We're highly outspoken people. Um, his sister, I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, yeah, I grew up with Van Lathan. No, I'm not that type of person. He was younger than me, so I thought he was always weird. I saw that kid play a Sega Genesis, and he put, because I guess his parents didn't give him games at the time, so he put a cardboard in the Sega Genesis. You remember how Sega Genesis used to have the game and used to plug it in and play? And I was like, yeah, you weird. But to be honest with you, my son has a lot of mannerisms like Van Lathan. Because, yeah, they related. I just thought about that. But he was the one that went off on TMZ. He was the one that choked the man and got fired from the TMZ. And now he has his own thing going on. He won an Academy Award, in 2019, 2020. But I'm not going to sit up here and be like, yeah, we grew up with Ace Boon Coon. I was closer to his sister because his sister his sister is like 3 months We're 3 months apart. So that's how I'm related to Van Lathan. I'm related to Van Lathan like this. His grandmother and my grandmother are sisters. So when we had the Lathan family reunion, this is what I would tell him because I know we're gonna end up crossing paths. Um, I would tell Van this. Um, when you don't recognize your ancestors or like your grandmother that has passed, um, they actually their spirit or goes down, and it was like out of it was like how many 10 or 11 sisters and brothers with my grandmother. His grandmother, and I'm gonna be honest, when I see him, his grandmother wasn't recognized. They had pictures of his grandmother. Now, one of the reasons why his grandmother wasn't really recognized is because she did tarot. She did tarot, and she did to practice the art of voodoo, and the family shunned her. Hey, the family shunned. I'm talking about my cousin Van Lathan. Y'all know who he is. The family shunned her, and the family shunned. Everything's going good. The family shunned her, and the family shunned. Yo, okay. Let me give y'all another story. But that was more on Van Lathan's grandmother's side. But we are very, very close. And again, like I said, Van Lathan is the person that was on TMZ that told Kanye that he's not for black people. They went off on him. Then he choked the white guy on TMZ. That's my cousin. Like, we're very, very close. And like I said, I know, like I said, things are moving fast, and I know that we're gonna come back and cross paths. And I know the first thing I'm gonna tell him is like, don't do your grandmother like that at that family reunion, because they really didn't recognize her. And he had one first cousin that showed up for his one first cousin that showed up for his grandmother, and they didn't really read that much on her, and that's how your ancestor can get. That's why I don't really see her. I don't see. They call her Medea. I don't really see her as much. I see my grandmother and some of her other sisters, but I don't really see Van's grandmother a lot. Um, I don't really see her a lot. Um, Now, this is another interesting thing about this family reunion, y'all. Here's the story. There's two sisters that did the art of voodoo. The other sister that did the art of voodoo is okay, along with my grandmother. That makes my daughter's great grandmother, right? My daughter's great grandmother. But my daughter's grandmother was hardly, which is my grandmother's sister, was hardly noticed. But my daughter, since she was my daughter, she was recognized. So, yeah, only me would do this. My granddaughter, wait, my daughter, hey, that's the incense. That's incense. That's heart jasmine incense. You don't like it? It's jasmine incense. Okay, I guess. I guess my mama made that. She's like she don't like the heart incense. Yeah, those type of incense come on, it runs her away. She can't deal with sage, or she can't deal with like note. can't deal with sage or anything, so it runs her off. Do this. My daughter, only my daughter grandmother was represented at the family reunion. My daughter's grandmother is my grandmother's sister. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Okay. So, let me repeat this again. My daughter was represented twice at this family reunion. For my grandmother, that was her great grandmother. Her father's mother is her grandmother. They are sisters. Only, but he's adopted. So he's adopted. He's not biologically hers. So imagine going to the family reunion, baby daddy there, and they in the family. Only I would do some shit like this. And he was there. Baby daddy was there. I was there. Daughter was there. Same family reunion. Under the same tree. But he's adopted. Don't ask me. I'll be. So that was crazy about that family reunion, y'all. Actually, I did some footage of it. I gotta put it together. I'm gonna put some content on it because I filmed it, so y'all get to see baby daddy because he's all in the content. He was all in the camera. So, I just got to put the content together. I got to put it on CapCut. But once I'm going to put that on. But anyways, I have my incense lit. The only reason why I like those incense now, I'm noticing is less mosquitoes in here. But everything's going good. I'm going to give y'all God's message and I'm going to go to bed early. Okay, so here's the message. And we just went through 12:12. It was, no, 13:12. Okay, so I woke up this morning. My mom, I'm just trying to get along with my mom. Anything by any means. I'm just trying to get along with her, just do what I have to do. But today, I made sure going to the doctor, and I'm just trying to find something quick, a quick job, so I can start getting outside, doing something really quick, so I can, get my car back, and whatever, and just get along to move on to get on. And so I did that already, so that she's okay today. Um, so God really guided me to like really look at. He guided me to watch the Tyler Perry movie today, Divorced by Black. Also, if you go on my X account, it was so funny before I watched Divorce in Black. I actually there's on my X account. I was guided to send Cardi B the opening steps of Cutting Cords. Okay. So what I'm noticing about this Cardi B and Offset, the Cardi B and Offset situation. This is what I'm getting from it. It's an insanity. First of all, I don't like that people really are like cheering as this is breaking up a family or cheering divorce is not a good thing. Um, I believe breaking up a family when you have children is a good thing. I don't care who it is. It's look, it flashed, so I'm going in the right direction. Breaking up families, I don't believe in the like unless you have to. I don't believe cheering it on. I don't believe in rejoicing in divorce because when you're married and you truly love somebody and you go through a divorce, it feels like death. You are mourning a person that is still alive. You have to mourn. If you really went into marriage like you should have. So I don't believe in rejoicing in this Cardi B situation. Like, yes, yeah, girl, high five, or this is a victory for Nicki, or this is a victory for any other female rapper. Man, there's still children in this, and when children, lose both parents in the home, it's a failure. In a way, it doesn't matter. I'm not saying as um I'm just saying, regardless, it's a failure. Overall, it's a failure because the goal is to have two parents, but two parents that are not toxic. Okay, not saying if you're toxic, stay with this motherfucker. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the goal is if you went the right way of selecting your soulmate, the optimum goal is to be and work with your soul. We don't understand that part yet, so, and that's a whole nother discussion. So, right before I clicked on this, I saw Cardi B, and I think I talked about this in 2020 about Cardi B and Offset breaking up and all this stuff. So the playlist came up and that was all Cardi B for Cardi B. So it's time to cut the cord, sis. If the first, I learned this the hard way. If he didn't work for it, he's never going to respect you. He didn't work for the respect. You gave it to him too easily. And it's okay. Karmatic lovers come in to teach us lessons. The lesson in this is you didn't let him work for it. And when he disrespected you the first time, you didn't let him earn the respect the second time. So what happens is when you keep giving it with that first time when he fucked up and you didn't let him prove it to you, like completely prove it to you, game over. He's never going to be right because there's something wrong within him, and there's something wrong within you because you allowed it to happen. There's something along with him he doesn't understand, and there's something along with you that you allowed yourself to keep being disrespected. And trust me, that's not the first person that has done this to you. So this is the time. Right now they're talking about and I'm gonna really tag her in this too on my ex account. It's a time now they're talking about her career. They're talking about, and I'm not even using card. I'm not even using a playlist. I'm speaking from spirit. I'm not, I'm speaking from the spirit. They're talking about her career. They're talking about money, all this other stuff. This is the time for you right now, sis. This is the time right now. Like I said, for a year, shut it down. If for a whole year. Shut it down. I'll be working on my solar plexus chakra, my root, and my sacral, because first of all, he's been sleeping around with a whole lot of people. So when he sleeps with you, he's giving you what he's been sleeping around with. Then the solar plexus, with the creativity, no hit records, but they not like you're not. Also, let me put this right. They you can't be who you are creatively anyway. Um, so it's time for you to just take that year and really go into cleansing. I will cleanse. I will cut the cord. That's what I will say. I will cut the cord. And this is and that's what I'm saying. God's message is how do you cut the cord of a lover? Because like I said, what happened with the Cardi B thing, and then God had me watch Divorce in Black by Tyler Perry. Also, because I'm gonna talk about cutting the cords. That wasn't a bad movie. It kind of gave me PTSD of my relationship. Like, except the part of, I think right now I'm at the part of acceptance, like where Megan Good, I don't want to give it up, where Megan Good was like, okay, fuck it. I'm going to find me again. Like, I found me again. It's a good movie. It really was. It was a good movie. Until the end, it turned into enough, but it really was a good movie. It really was. Um, so I guess what God was showing me was how to cut the cord. Um, I already talked about the Cardi B thing, but I don't want to give up the movie, because some people probably haven't watched um somebody Divorce in Black. But I'm gonna put it like this, because I don't want to give up the movie. I don't want to give up the. When you find a man, and I get it, like you find a man, you get them butterflies, and it feels good. But when you, it's like, especially if you're an empath or earth angel, it's like these men that are been traumatized, been hurt, been through some shit with some family issues, which is a lot of black men. Let's just be real. A lot of black men. Because they've been raised by, a lot of black men have been raised by single black women. And the reason why they're single, because it's generations of trauma. Okay? So we got black men that have been, like, with young teenage mothers, with miserable family lineage. Okay? Let me put it like that. And they somehow, we it's like a magnet, or it's like, just like I'm in here, and how these flies can go to that light, or the mosquitoes can go to near that incense fire. It's like they are attract to us. And it's like when we're empaths or earth angels, we want to care for them so badly. It's like we thinking that we can heal them, and that's not how it go. We can't heal them. They have to heal themselves. So what I'm getting at is, you pour healing into that person, and they can't pour anything back. You're going to lose you. It never fails. You're gonna pour so much into this person. They're gonna take all your energy. They're gonna take all your pour. And they don't know what is love, so they can't pour back. And you will lose you. I died because I poured so much into others, and they could not pour that love back, and I ended up dying. I ended up withering. So that's how these relationships start. Cardi B Offset, um, that movie I saw. You find a man that, and that with me, you find a man that grew up in a generational curse, and you want to heal. And with me, I had a foundation, just like in that movie. I, even though, even though they have their way, they crazy ways. I grew up with a mom and dad in a home, just like in the movie, um, in Divorce in Black. I grew up with a mom and dad in a home. Now I'm not saying I grew up with that. And actually, I cried in that movie. I cried in that movie today because some of the things that my parents were, okay, the things that her parents was trying to tell her, my parents was trying to tell me, but they wasn't making it. Let's just say the movie made it sentimental. My parents don't make it sentimental. My parents are not like the most nurturing, like, I love you and we love you and we're so proud of you. They're not, what? They're not the Brady's here. My parents are just, be like, look, you. But when I saw the parts when they was trying to pour back into their daughter, I started crying because I think that's what my parents were they was trying to do. But they just couldn't word it in a nurturing way. And that's another thing I learned today. Sometimes you can't control how a person is trying to love you or try to talk to you. And you just have to acknowledge who they are and what they are. And I actually saw that part of the movie, and I'm like, I think that's was something my dad, would have done with me, and I get it. So I'm just giving y'all God messages of what I saw, and that really struck me today when I saw that part of the movie. Actually, tears came in my eyes because I'm like, that's something my daddy would have tried to do it, but matter of fact, I took that thing when he was in there. He said, "You married a man, and I'm your father." The one I privatized it. He was like, "I'm your father, but you married a homeless man." He was trying to warn me about the homeless man. Like, but I'm your father. And when I saw that movie, I was like, okay, I can get it. So I'm just going into a tangent. I hope y'all can catch on. So I saw that. But moving on, we talking about cutting cords. And I was talking about how you can get attached to toxicity. And is you toxic in a way too? Because why you want to fix him? You don't understand. Like, why do you feel like, is it codependency? Is it, is it codependency? Why do I want to fix this man? With me, it was codependency. I didn't want to be alone. I really didn't understand the Megan Good character. Or I think she was just a good person, and she just wanted to, help her husband. With me, I always wanted to help too, but I couldn't help myself. It was codependency, and I couldn't help myself. It was just two toxic people that got together. And I think that's more of the Cardi B and the Offset thing, because Cardi B didn't. It's two toxic people forming a bond, and even in the movie, it was a trauma bond scene where he's crying. He's like, "I ain't shit," and she's like, "No, you don't deserve that." That part of the movie, that's called a toxic bond. That's when you bond with them toxic, because he's like, "I ain't shit." And when he starts drinking, most likely he's an alcoholic. The person like that, that that cheats, because he doesn't love himself. There's something going on within him. So something is going on with Offset. Something, because let's just think this through. Offset grew up with his brother, his cousins, and his brother, his auntie. Wasn't his auntie raised him? It's something like that. So there's some kind of abandonment issue that never been addressed. This person, you can have all the money in the world. That never been checked. Okay? So he has something going on with that. I can see a narcissism because of what happened with Quavo, and with him and Quavo. Okay? Because he was messing with Quavo's girl. So there's some kind of narcissism. So if you deal with somebody with narcissism, there is some kind of childish, something happened when they were children. This is what happens with a narcissist. Something happens when they're a child. Instead of them getting empathy from it, they internalize it. Okay? And when they internalize it, they make sure that they cut. It's something dealing with they cut feeling. They don't want to feel what happened to them. Something happened to them that they don't want to feel it. So they internalize it, they cut it. They can't feel no more. They don't want to feel anymore. Because when they really felt, when they felt that, it it destroyed them. So they are all about them. That is their defense mechanism. That's what a narcissist. That's their defense. That's how, and they don't see it this way because they have internalized what happened. It That's it. So with him, what I'm noticing, what happened with Quavo, all that, there's something that happened. He has some childhood issues. He has a narcissist. He's a narcissist. He he don't love himself. He don't know what love is. He cut that off. And when that happens, you can't help them. The only way you can help them is they gonna have to help themselves, because you can't help if a person goes and puts that in and they put this big wall and they don't want to feel it, and they don't want to go there. And it's nothing you can do. It's a waste of time. It's up to them. I'm telling you, and it's some kind of way they know they can gravitate to a person that can feel. Okay? So that's more. And so Cardi B, let's look at Cardi B. Cardi B looks like she has some issues. Okay? Maybe she, I'm thinking like maybe she had to take care of the household or something. So you can have what is called trauma bond. You think that's love, but y'all are trauma bonding. Like, and you think you can help him, but you can't even help yourself because you're dealing with your own trauma. So that's like with me and my ex-husband. He was a narcissist. I was an empath, but I still was dealing with my traumas. But I can feel. The difference is he don't want to feel. I can feel, but I have my own shit. So how we did was it was nothing. It's nothing between. It's nothing. It's like the best fucking sex in the world. That's the trauma bonding and the sex. That's all it is. That's all it is. So when a person's like that, he will never respect you because he don't know what love is. He don't know. And you're trying to just, and he will suck everything out of you to a point you don't know who the fuck you are. You, like, you, even in that movie, I'm not trying to give it out. She's like, I think I'm not attractive anymore. Like, literally, some Britney Spears, you will age 10 to 20 fucking years in 1 year if you have a good ass narcissist. Look at Britney, age 10 years in 1 year. Dealing with, like, they, look, the light just went up. I'm telling you. So, how can you break the code of a narcissist? Because a narcissist can make your ass go crazy. Britney Spears, shit, me. How can you cut the fucking cord? And so, the first thing is, like I said in the beginning, with a narcissist, is nothing but cycles. He will love bomb you, um, just to get you back. He'll probably give you just amount of sex. He's gonna control the fucking sex, yo. The narcissist will control the sex. Like in the beginning, he will give you mind blowing sex, and then after that, he'll just give it to you just, and you be like, wait a minute, what happened to the first time? Like I haven't said this before. Like it's crack. You were like, wait, the first time had my mind gone, but there's something in within you that you're chasing this sex. So it's like cycles. He'll love bomb you. He'll give you this mind blowing sex. Then once he gets you, he has already somebody waiting, or he's looking for somebody else. If he does, it starts the cycle of devaluing you, telling the different things of value, and then he goes on to somebody else, takes their energy. Then he has what is called hoovering. He will hoover you because he still wants your energy. So it's nothing but cycles. You go into what is called insanity. So, are you fucking tired of hitting the wall? Okay, I'm fucking tired of hitting this wall. I'm fucking tired of hitting the wall. You gotta put your hand up and be like, yo, I'm tired. Again, just like I tell you, the same steps of spiritual enlightenment. I'm tired of hitting this. I'm tired. I'm powerless. Like, you, instead of putting God as your higher power, you have put this man or woman as your higher power. Or just like how you put drugs or alcohol, that man or woman now is your higher power. All you want to do is please them. You have taken them over God at this point. So this person, since you made them as your higher power, they're not pouring back into you. You are now in insanity. You, like, he got you in insanity. Like, and I only can imagine she's in insanity. Let's just be real. Like, it's the same fucking shit. So you gotta put your hands up and be like, yo, I have put this man above God. Because really in our household, it's supposed to be God, husband, wife, children, right? That's how it's supposed to be. God is supposed to be, because God made the covenant, right? No, you said fuck the covenant. It's him. He is the higher power. So to make it back stable, to get back your stability, you have to say, yo, this is insanity. I gotta put my hands up. I'm insane. Okay, only God can bring me back. Only the higher power can bring me back. That's step one. Like, I'm tired. Like, I have made this man my higher power to a point that I am powerless. He took all my power. Because at this point, he has taken your power. He's taken it. So, you have to. So, step two, only God can bring you back to sanity. Only God can help you cut that fucking cord. Yo, man, don't it feel good when you by yourself, you going through divorce, and you just think about all the good times, and really there were no fucking good times. It was all about them. Man, I suggest when you do that, think about that time when he probably popped your ass. Think about that time that he spit on you. When you start thinking about, you remember when we laughed, then we held each other. No, motherfucker. Think about when he spit on you. Think about how many times he have embarrassed you and disrespected you in public. Think about all those, because that's how he don't feel about all them good times. He don't. So only God can bring you back. On step three, man. Step three. I keep saying this is three. Three is planting that seed with God. And that's when you start going into working with God and making God your higher power again. Because you go through anger, you go through depression, you go through withdrawal. Like, when you deal with a narcissist, especially a good narcissist, you go through withdrawal. It's a drug. So, step three, start communicating with God. Start your communication. Especially dealing with a person that has money. Um, like I have my soul box. Make a room. Make a prayer room. Make a prayer room. Go in that prayer room. Like, I forgot what verse in Matthew. Go shut the door alone and to go talk to your Father alone. I forgot what verse. I'm not good. I'm not a pastor, so I'm a spiritualist. It's a difference. Um, Close the door. Go and start talking to your Father. Start, because when you go in insanity and you making that, um, you making him your higher power, is like you have fractured that relationship with your higher power. You have fractured that relationship with God. You have fractured that relationship with you. So you need to go and start that relationship. Um, like I said, somebody like with Cardi B, or somebody dealing with money, like I said, elites. This is when you go and start and building your prayer room. This is when I tell you, when you start writing your story. But like, um, starting with your vision boards, putting what you need to do in the next 30, 60, and 90, because this is all about you now. It's not about them anymore. That you have to accept they gone. They never been there for you. They're never gonna be there for you. They're like, you're gonna have to cut the cord. You're gonna have to cut the cycle. It's about you right now. So, no sex for a year. No sex for a year. None. No meeting anybody. Like, that's another thing with these celebrities. Like, Okay, I'm gonna quit this person this week, and then I'm gonna start seeing this person in 30 days. Like, no, man, no. It's time for you to start pouring all that pour that you've been pouring into him. Start pouring it into yourself. Pour that love right back to you. So, vision boards, like putting them in, like, because this is how you're gonna start cleansing your chakras. Like, it's about you and your children. Like this, and putting a structure with your children. Like putting, you know, start looking towards your children too, because they gonna help you pull through. But putting that pour that you were putting in him, start pouring that back into you. Working out, start going out walking. Don't stop. Getting, you know, getting that prayer room together. That's what I call that pre-seed. Then for shadow work. It's something in you, because trust me, that's not your first relationship that's been like that. You keep getting at this point, if you're like in your 30s, 35, 40, you keep getting the same man. That you can't tell me that's not that first man that cheated on you. Why am I getting the man that keeps disrespecting me and I keep accepting him? Why am I allowing me to be openly disrespected? Why, and what is wrong with me? Okay, this is the part, this is a shadow work. Shadow work is nothing but putting that freaking mirror up and looking at you and looking at your flaws and accepting what is you, because you can't keep pointing at him. Yeah, he did it, but what about you? What is your involvement? My involvement is I didn't love myself enough. I okay, I don't have boundaries. That's fine. A lot of us empaths don't know what boundaries are. We don't know what boundaries are. We don't know what boundaries are. So we don't know what boundaries are. We don't know. Okay. I'm not sure. I'm not sure myself. I keep. I keep having this, like, what's going on with my mom. Like, I keep accepting what she has to say. Like, you don't have to accept what the fuck she has to say. Why? Okay, why am I keep on? I'm not I'm not self-assured. Why am I not self-assured? What is wrong? You see what I mean? Like, that's shadow work. Like, and that's when you go and you just start writing your story down. You gotta write that, and like I keep saying, writing your story down, being honest of what you have done to people, what I have done, you know, just like the things that my mom told me. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit up here. Yeah, I was 16 years old. No, really, I just told my sister this. I never really snuck out a window at 16 years old. Okay, if my mom was trying to hit me at 46 years old, do you think at 16 years old I would be scared? But I let her have it. But at 16 years old, I was doing things that I was not supposed to do. Yes, at 18, I did give my sister a drink. At 12, like, I'm not gonna sit up here and be like I'm innocent. Yes, when I stayed here last time, I had sunflower seeds all under the fucking bed. They found sunflower seeds under the fucking bed. I have, like, I'm serious. Like, you have to be like so, you have to be so, man, I can't do a reading in here. I have to do it like late night. Like, not right now while she up. I can't mess with a tarot. That's one of her rules. I can't have tarot. I wish I could because I need the donation though. But maybe I can do the reading tomorrow night, late at night, while she sleep. Cause I got my cards. I got them hidden. She don't want no, like, she don't like I said, like, she don't want me. That's why I'm in the fucking shed. I do tarot. Maybe tomorrow night, but I really do need to donate. Anyway, because I need to take Bryson to Shreveport on Sunday, and I gotta rent a car. Okay, because I do need it. I gotta rent a car. Well, anyway, anybody watching this, I need to take my son to Shreveport on Sunday. Anyway, I do need to rent a car for Sunday, and Braylon need. So I need like the goal of maybe $150 by Sunday. Because Braylon needs her braids for first day of school. Anyway, moving on. Um, so for shadow work, shadow work. Then I tell you, you got to work with somebody. Then it's all those things. But really, to be honest with Cardi B, like I got up to 4. Like, okay, now you gonna have to hire me after that. That's free. I gave her up to 4, but you have to do that shadow work, and then you have to work with somebody to work with you through the shadow work. And if I would ever do that, like I said, that goes with me, and that goes with a therapist. I will never try to be an emotional therapist as well. Even though I will be working on my counseling, but I'm not gonna sit up here like I'm on you gotta have a team. I'm not gonna sit up here and try to be everything because it's something that I'm missing that another person can see. So that's how I will start doing those chords. And another thing that got me, and I'm gonna end it. Um, I've been going and doing meetings. And I shout out my mom. Like I said, I'll be wrong. I'm not gonna sit up here and be like I'm a victim because my mama got on my ass this week, and she's like, it's time for you to go start doing AA meetings again." And I'm like, "What the fuck? I need to go to the AA meetings for? Like, I'm straight. Like, it's been nothing but depression." And she's like, "No, you're doing it." So I'm like, I'm not relapsed. So I'm gonna give it to her. She was right. She was right. And I'm trying to be, right. How can I tell people to be right? And I'm not gonna sit up here and not acknowledge when she's right. So Wednesday I did an AA meeting, and that's when, because today she's looking at me like, "What's wrong with you? You looking a little better." Because I went to the AA meeting on Wednesday, and like I said, it's something spiritual about AA. Um, it's like every time when you go through some shit, and that's for anybody. You don't necessarily have to be an alcoholic. When you walk into an AA meeting, you hear what you need to hear. And Wednesday discussion was on depression, and I've been fighting depression for the last 2 weeks, and it was on depression, and it was like God put me in that meeting for a reason. And I heard the best fix for depression was, um, you know, God knocks down everything so you can help others. I need to hear that right. Y'all hear the coyote? We don't have dogs. That's wild dogs, y'all. Y'all hear that? That's like in the back of the field, because that's sugarcane field. I'm not gonna. Anyway, um, so like the last 2 meetings that I did a national meeting last night, and I did a meeting tonight, and it was on meditation and prayer, because that's the cornerstone of spirituality: faith, meditation, prayer. And I heard some good things today. And one of the things I heard was like, you know how we say we manifest, and you know how we tell people manifest for wealth. This is how you manifest for wealth. But manifest is nothing but a prayer, right? Like I'm praying to God, I'm manifesting for wealth, I'm manifesting for this. And what you hear is sometimes maybe that's not for you. You know, we manifest things and maybe it's not for you. It's what God needs to give. Like what God, sometimes what God, yeah, and the loud ribbits. Like my parents actually have a pond, on a private pond on their land, and that's the frogs around the pond. Y'all hear that? That's the pond. I think God, like I manifested, but God, God got total control of this, y'all. God has total control of this situation, and maybe I need to be out here for a couple of days to get better from my depression because this is actually helping. At first, I was miserable, but I'm feeling a little better. Because what I'm getting is I'm hearing everything I need to hear, um, to get better. So, but that's pretty much I had to say today. But tomorrow, definitely, I'm gonna come late night and I'm gonna do tarot reads. So anybody watching this, I'm gonna be doing tarot reads late night. So y'all have a good night. I hope I helped anybody. Anybody took something away. But have a good night.